You know, I set up a camera for the gratuitous cat cam, and right as we go live, this mother effer, this freaking pussy cat just decides to get off. What a horrible start to a lovely show.
I told you to get rid of the cat.
You know what? I'm thinking about it now.
All right.
He just ruined my time. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm thinking about it.
He tried to kill me earlier too, man. I've had it with that cat too, man.
So now I got to do some weird taking the fourth camera. I'm just going to leave the fourth camera on
Just
there.
leave it on. We want to stare at the chair.
They're going to think there's a guest coming.
And my hand. Yeah, let's keep them guessing.
And Speaking of keeping them guessing real quick, they're like, where the fuck are they? We kept them guessing all fucking week, huh?
I wrote down that we were gone for 2 weeks to hype it up a little bit. Maybe a little, maybe I embellished just a tad.
Are you hyped up?
I'm so hyped, man. Like
Cranston, are you hyped up?
Caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually I'm confused. All right.
Okay.
Josh,
yes.
all right. When I drove up into the area here, what do you call that?
Development.
I was confused because there's these two signs that are on the ground where you pull the car in. One says guest, and the other says owner.
Okay.
Okay, and so
well, you should have seen what they said in 2019.
What did they say in 2019? Is this?
Well, let's just say one said
thunder.
One said master.
One said master. Okay, but so like, dude, I own the car. So, of course, I pull into the owner parking lot, right? So, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, dude, you have to go in the guest. I'm like, no, this is my car.
I see you're in a conundrum. So then, are you saying somebody that is sitting in a passenger car but isn't driving needs to park in the guest? Like, how would you define a guest driver if you are the owner? If that owner slot meant it was for you, the owner of said car, what does guest mean?
Maybe you're in a rental or something
obvious
like that. You're borrowing.
Asking.
You're a guest in somebody else's vehicle, so therefore you must pull into the guest parking lot. But I am the owner of my vehicle, so I am very upset with the Good Samaritan that's outside harassing innocent parkers that own their vehicles.
Such a hot take. That's what you get when you tune into Stuck in the Middle. You get hot takes. Now you know the difference between a guest spot and an owner spot. So you can thank Eli for that one. I didn't know before. Cranston, did you?
I had no idea, man.
Yeah, you just look like you go with the flow sometimes. I'm just going to park right here on the grass. It doesn't say anything about a spot, man.
Yeah, man, I don't have that kind of organization in my life. I just park wherever. Sometimes I just leave my car like running in the middle of the road, man. I don't let the fucking government tell me what to do.
Whoa. You're going off the rails here, Sonny Jim.
Cranston seems like a guy who'd be like, dude, but like, what's a spot, man?
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. Like you're going all anarchist in my compartmentalized like parking spot world here. Okay, I own the car, therefore I park in the owner spot.
Was it that? Was it like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas or something where they like parked it like right up on the?
You can't park here.
And he's like, "This is not a legitimate place to park."
And he was in the fucking valet, like the actual red carpet area. Yeah, classic movie. We're on drugs.
Well, welcome back to Stuck in the Middle. For those of you listening, go to youtube.com/Stuck in the Middle where you can watch. And all I got to say right now to sum up this crazy time, because there's a lot of news, okay? Whether it be political, whether it be COVID, whether it be weird news, whether it be entertainment. Or
ivermectin making Merrick. Cough. Merrick.
We all knew as soon as Bill Cosby got out of jail, shit was gonna get fucking crazy, man. And this has been nonstop crazy.
Like,
and when R. Kelly went back in.
Cranston, there's a quote that comes to mind that really sums this all up for me. Like the U.S. in general. It just sums up the entire U.S. current state of mind. and that quote is, dude, I'm going crazy about the U.S.
God damn it, man. No.
I got one kind of like similar but different, and it's fuck Iran.
That was a little different, but that was a little angry.
Different energy. That's all right. I'm getting.
Mine was more of an inside joke.
Yeah. Well, I see.
Dude,
like,
I'm going crazy about the U.S.
I was not good at titles at 9 years ago at this juncture.
If you go to Eli's page, his Progressive Patriot page, and you scroll through his videos.
Videos from 10 years ago.
You'll see one from 9 years ago that says, dude, I'm going crazy about the U.S.
That's my second video ever made.
You mentioned that in the video.
And then I said, this is also the second video I've made today. So I hit the ground running there.
I'm wondering if you followed any of the gentleman's or gentle lady's comment. She or he was telling you how to better yourself. She was like, this is too out of focus, in focus. You need a background. This was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I watch you now. You're in the same location.
Not much has changed.
Yeah, not much has
different
changed.
house, but yeah.
You know what especially hasn't changed? The U.S. going crazy right now.
I mean, I'd argue even more so than back then. And back then, I was still younger and more optimistic about our hopes coming to fruition. And now I'm pessimistic.
You're being condescending about your previous self because you were on the heartbeat of America. You knew that, dude. The U.S. is going crazy right now.
That's why I made the title. It's very
That's what I'm saying.
Fulfilling.
Here we are, 9 years later, and
dude, I'm going crazy about the US.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, maybe that would work.
Yeah,
you know, I was going to maybe say, wow, it's pretty crazy out there right now. But that works too.
It's fucking insane out there, actually.
Where in the insanity do you want to jump off in? You know, what pool do you want to?
Did you not just come back from another state? Or country.
I did.
It's
I didn't think
New York. I think you're from that country known as New York, where I was born allegedly.
Yeah. How do you say it? Okay, there you go.
No, you call it Jew York if you want to be technical.
But I don't get the. I'm from New York. I don't get the. I don't get that. That thing you got to do when you do that.
I'm just gonna go manic here, okay?
Okay.
I watched the Sopranos prequel and I got some gabagool.
Heard it sucked.
It was really disappointing. But the son did fantastic. But I got some gabagool.
Heard he sucked.
No way, bro.
Yeah, I heard he just like people just like look at him. He's Gandolfini's son.
Like,
I wanted to see that shit. Now, like I've no expectations.
All I've heard was like it was just been like a jerk off job. It's been a jerk off job to all previous. Yeah, exactly. It was a very rough jerk off job to all those characters because it was more like a caricature of the. So this is how I've been described to it. It's like they picked certain characters from The Sopranos that we got to show them with Tony.
Yeah.
So they get somebody to play a caricature of the character, and they make
far too obvious, and it was like they were parodying.
It was like an SNL. Fucking
it
digital
more like a skit.
Yeah.
The only interesting
hey, that's
thing,
Pauly Walnuts.
Dude,
look at him.
You get to know it's Pauly because it's the only young male man.
He's still got the gray strip in his hair.
No, he's holding his fucking hands out here because he's doing his fucking nails like he did in, I guess, the show.
And he has a he didn't though. He was a man who liked to keep himself well maintained.
Well, I've been going down the rabbit hole of Sopranos.
And he had a mustard colored shirt on.
Yeah. But he did his nails. Like I saw a couple scenes, and apparently that's a staple of the character. But this is not the Sopranos show. I will give it a 2
I have to see that part.
2 out of 10. It was just kind of fun to see some aspects, but apparently a fan theory says it confirms that Tony Soprano was killed at the end of the show. Somehow, I don't know how you got that, but
who said that?
Some guy that worked for the show.
No, he wasn't. Did you know David Chase filmed like 5 different endings and didn't tell the characters or the actors what he was going to choose? He didn't know what he was going to...
He?
I
mean, that's when my...
You mean... Damn it, it was muted again.
Yes, good. We only go to the source. That's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
And, all right, Cranston and I, we went and saw Venom 2, and we went and, with Brock and Kate, if you're out there. Hello, Kate. And then we saw Shang-Chi, which we both found it hard to stay awake.
Yeah.
How was Venom? How was
Venom 2? I thought was a fun buddy cop movie. It was funny. It was
What do you mean buddy cop?
Buddy cop like Venom's the evil not evil. Venom's the costume that talks, and Eddie Brock is the guy that wears the costume that talks.
That's why Brock likes it. The guy's name is Eddie Brock.
Actually, there was a moment where he's called Brock, and in my mind, I'm like, whoa, I wonder if Brock appreciates this right now. Anyways, yeah, fantastic. I had fun with that movie. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. I enjoyed it. And then Shang-Chi was boring as fuck. Nice.
Shang-Chi or
I prefer to call it but Shang-Chi, like everybody said it was gonna be some fantastic, greatest fighting cinematic choreography ever. Motherfucker, I've seen Raid and Raid 2, The Redemption. You want to talk about fighting cinematography, you go check that shit out. That fucking Shang-Chi nonsense, I would have enjoyed getting takeout more.
when you do that.
That wasn't racist.
When you do that accent vibe, I take you a lot more seriously.
Man, don't get me started on this shit, cuz.
That's Shang-Chi's in the movie?
Shang-Chi is the movie.
Okay. No, I'm saying like Shang-Chi's in the movies. Rather, it's in the theaters. I mean,
yes, it's in theaters.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's worth it.
Which I enjoyed going back. Like, it gave me a brief delusion that COVID is not happening. Like, Venom 2 was packed, and that was wonderful.
You
honestly.
fucking child.
Except for the two fucking children next to me that wouldn't shut the fuck up!
He's yelling at him. He's like, hey, can you shut up?
I turned around, and it was a small fucking girl next to me. The fucking dumbass boyfriend's on the other side talking up a storm.
Blah, blah, blah.
You know, I yelled at an 8-year-old.
No, I turned and looked right at these dumbasses. I'm like,
You dumb motherfucker!
and after I said that, I said, you better fucking whisper or something like that.
Whoever told you that you could work with men?
And that was the next thing I was gonna say. You're prophetic. So yeah, and Brock had me work out, and I'm still in pain, which shows me how.
Oh, you did work out with Brock. That's right.
Yeah, that man can work out.
You had an eventful
I'm still sore.
week off.
Yeah, and my asshole still really, really puckered from all the sitting I did. You sick animals.
Well, you'll be proud to know that I've conquered my irrational fear of planes, and I've just for men.
You've just what? Just for men?
Yeah, I did. Can't you tell there's no more grays right now?
Oh, I was gonna say, is that Prel? I don't know what the fuck.
I was my first time being like a weird
Josh, did you Brazilian
older
wax?
man and having to get the cause like listen, I'm gonna go to family. I'm flying up to New York. Got to be in family pictures. Like, let me look a little good here.
Yeah, you got to go with the Irish clan where everybody has no feelings and celebrates having no feelings.
Exactly.
Gets drunk and beats each other up with potatoes.
So
remembers the times of the potato famine.
I dyed my feelings away.
Yeah, okay.
Because grays are feelings, right?
They do represent.
But it looks good, right? Well played.
Did you get the Brazilian wax?
That was probably the best part of the trip, though. Was the
Brazilian
Just
wax?
for Men? Yeah.
Oh,
well, no, that was the best part of coming home. That was my coming home
wax
present.
Just for men.
The Brazilian wax was the coming home present.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't just get the Brazilian wax. I'm a member. I don't know. Fucking.
That's weird.
Okay. All right. So
No, we don't got it.
I understand some shit went down like the past few days that we have been gone. Look what happens when Stuck in the Middle disbands. You see what happens? Facebook goes down. You go all drop crazy. Trap D Boys was here.
money.
I'm trying. My God, I'm drowning. What do you got?
The
What do you
Trotty
got?
Boys weren't here.
Yeah, it was just that
It
one
was just
motherfucker
Brandon
named
who missed you.
who read a text I sent him sometime back in 2020.
I'm like, I'll be honest with you.
I missed all of you in the chat, by the way. Hello, everybody. We love you.
I missed all of you in the chat as well. I missed my fellow hosts here as well.
Mi familia.
But I'll be honest with you. I'm very hesitant. I'm like, I don't want to go into all the negativity. It was so nice not having to worry about the negativity out there. Not having to pay attention to the negativity.
I mean, it was hard to disassociate from it because it's still happening everywhere you look. It is nice to, definitely find distractions, and I'd recommend to everybody, like, my prescription is please go outside of the news sphere and get off of social media, by God. Watch Stuck in the Middle every fucking day, though. Aside from that, yeah, man, I mean, you can't help but kind of be plugged in, though.
No, you can't. And we're going to also get to, we should have time, we're going to get to shit. The mountain lion video we were talking
That's
about.
vulgar.
Yeah, we're going to get to shit.
Ew.
No, we're going to turn to shit.
Oh.
Let's get to the Facebook thing first.
Okay, so what happened? Facebook was down for 6 hours.
I thought I got banned. Did you think you got banned for like 6 hours? Like when I tried to log on, like I feel like everybody thought like a similar thing. Like
I knew because like I usually go on Twitter for the day before I go on Facebook. So when I went on Twitter, I saw these articles about Facebook was down. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Then I didn't believe it. And then I tried to like log into Facebook and it wouldn't let me. And I was like, oh, so Twitter was right.
See, I didn't. My life revolves around Facebook. So
Yeah.
if I can't get into Facebook, then I must have done something wrong.
I didn't know what to do. Right was left was right. I peed.
And Facebook was gone.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I didn't know what to do.
But as Cranston said, come to find out, it wasn't us. We weren't banned.
Yeah, no.
Not yet.
It wasn't our slap on the wrist. Apparently, a whistleblower came out first and foremost.
Separate but different.
Separate but different.
Yeah, two separate things.
The timing was crazy, though. So, a whistleblower who, oddly, I think what I take away, and the craziest thing, the strangest thing about this whole Facebook whistleblower thing is what the fuck was she really whistleblowing about? When I saw her 60-minute shit, it was like, we had the restrictions on heavily pre the election, after the election, we let everything go down and everything went to chaos, mind you.
I'm so tired of the term whistleblower.
Yeah.
Like, first and foremost, there are no whistles being blown. I don't know what that even applies to anymore, but you can't blow a whistle. What's going on?
The company.
Secondly, it's 2021 and I find whistle to be offensive because I can't whistle, never got to. I've tried every day of my life. Fuck you very much.
But right now, it's like whistleblowing has jumped the shark because I don't believe you can be a whistleblower for, yo, my company needs to be more censorship craziness. I need to, like, you're blowing the whistle to, like, usually it's like, hey, look at this bad
thing that we did.
Policy, look at this bad algorithm that's going on. It was more so like, hey, look at this. It's not bad enough.
You know what she also literally came out and said? Something that you shared with me, how Facebook focuses on the little pockets of anger and the posts where people are at each other's throats. She said that in plain English. So she brought to fruition the theory as fact that the algorithm just focuses on activity that is negative, apparently. But I don't, and I'd love other people's takes on what this whistleblower really meant. Because as I'm understanding it, she is pro more censorship?
Well, listen to something she just came out and said today. And maybe this will help.
Breaking.
Facebook get taken.
Clarify some things.
And dude, she got on 60 Minutes in like 5 fucking minutes.
Less than 60 minutes.
Snowden had to go through a career.
Yesterday we saw Facebook get taken off the internet. I don't know why I went down, but I know that for more than 5 hours, Facebook wasn't used to deepen divides, destabilize democracies, and make young girls and women feel bad about their bodies.
Well, she's going on a whole thing here. Wow.
Oh, really? It wasn't used for that for 5 hours? You and I were kind of, speculating beforehand, which I'm sure a lot of people have been since this is all came out, and the timing of it all, like the coincidence of it all. Like she comes out and she's a whistleblower. Facebook then closes down for 6 hours. Mark Zuckerberg loses allegedly $6 billion.
Yep.
And it's just, when you look into what she's saying there's not enough. She lost a friend
to misinformation.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
She used to be the head of the Facebook's civic integrity and misinformation department,
which essentially puts you right on top of, I think, the election stuff.
Well, during that time, if she was the head of that during the election,
all of that,
she was part of the whole let's remove the Hunter Biden article.
Which
the
you cannot
whole
deny
New
was
York
suppressed.
Post debacle. Yeah, it would totally. Dude, we couldn't send that article back and forth in Facebook Messenger.
Fun fact, just to the present, real quick, a little caveat. I'm on a page, so I'm still on some progressive pages. It's called Call to Activism. They made a nice fluff piece, a little meme about Hunter Biden. And I said, oh yeah, remember that story about him being on crack and everything they suppressed? And then I got like 2 angry acts, some comments about, you mean you're going to say all people that are addicts are bad? And I went on, and then they deleted the entire post just because of one fucking comment. Jesus Christ. So it's still happening.
It seems like it could be more of a reach for more than Facebook, more so like the internet in totality, just because it's like, hey, Facebook is like all this weird Mark Zuckerberg losing $6 billion, whatever. You could argue that maybe this was contrived and he knew this was going to happen, sold shares, but it almost feels like there's this cultural pressure on him. He's been the last kind of big social media company to really ban certain voices as much as Twitter has, to really go after certain voices as much as like Twitter and other social media companies have. And he's always gotten flack for that. You can look it up. Look up who Mark Zuckerberg hasn't banned and who people want him to and that he hasn't. And you'll see it's a lot of people who are conservative, a lot of people on the right.
I think you can just go as far as noticing certain people have been leaving the platform, and we know a lot of those people, a lot of that demographic. Frankly, let's be honest, our friend CanCon has a lot of trouble even saying some of the stuff that he says. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it plainly. I think a lot more of the right-wing aspect is getting suppressed and censored on Facebook and social media, and it seems like they're now pressuring, like on Joe and Mika. On MSNBC, we're talking about he's less liked than Trump ever was now. And so what is this pressure really?
What you said is they literally, on Joe and Mika, they were comparing Zuckerberg to Trump for whatever reason. And Donald Trump's kids, like, look, he's less liked than them. Like,
slow news day.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Definitely a slow news day. But the people who watch your news 24 hours a day, they don't see that as a slow news day. It's just more legit information to them. They don't see it as maybe this is a little stretch for more entertainment purposes. They see it as like, yep, this further corroborates, my thought processes here. Thought processes.
Was there not
prosthetics?
Thought prosthetics.
There was some conflation that Facebook somehow has been utilized to organize the insurrection, so they jumped into that. And I think the whistleblower lady, I can't whistle, fuck you, she pretty much blamed, fuck off. She blamed like the whole insurrection on Facebook almost entirely.
Even though the FBI came out and said it wasn't pre-planned.
95% or something were not like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good. I don't even know if it gave a percentage. It's just like, no, this wasn't pre-planned.
In lieu of the narrative, the grand narrative. I'm curious about any thoughts you may have.
It does, really quick. It does feel like, just to further piggyback on Eli's point, it does feel like that this is a stretch to get Facebook and then and the rest of the internet / social media companies to not allow stuff like that. And
to take down the little areas of respite where the conservative base has been more comfortable to go. If you want to go to areas that are less censored, it just so happens right now they're all right-wing. Telegram, I don't know what the fuck else is out there, Rumble. And so they want to take these sites down and keep you in line with the mommy and poppies, the Twitters and the Facebooks where the money's at. So,
I think they definitely are trying to push for some kind of government regulation on Facebook and probably eventually some of these other companies. And that's what this whistleblower thing is maybe going to lead to. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but if it's government regulation, it's got to follow freedom of speech. They can't just kick people off for what they say.
I sure would hope so.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. I just know that I keep seeing talking about if they're going to get regulated somehow. I don't know how that's going to go.
I'm in favor of some type of government regulation on public square platforms, Facebook, Twitter, so people can't get, so a private company can't choose to remove you and stuff like that. It needs to be there because it's...
I'm stuck in the middle on it until I know more about what they exactly want to do and how they do it, because I'm not in favor of more like government regulation, but without knowing what they exactly want to do, I'm kind of like stuck in the middle because it's just a general.
Yeah, but you know what they've done, right?
I got an example for you. Go ahead. No, I didn't. What
they've done? Yes. I don't know.
You don't know what they've done? That's fine. What was your example?
Right. I want to jump back to that after this. I'll tell you the one regulation, censorship I appreciated. With getting older, you get wiser. All right. Y'all remember Zeta Fest Bonsai? Woo! Rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
That one time I was like, just whipped my dick out and started pissing next to this couple that was having a nice romantic moment on the lawn yard thing, kissing. And then the guy, security, was like, hey, stop pissing like that, man. And then the couple started clapping when I got, like, handed away. I support that kind of censorship. I just want to tell that story.
That's the thing. That's the thing
Eric
about
Clapton?
with the regulation is if it leads to more censorship, that would be something I would be concerned about. And then the timing is really weird for them to shut down right after the whistleblower thing. I mean, I'm not really sure what I exactly think about it, but it almost reminds me of like somebody comes out with something and then they just start shredding documents and shit.
Okay.
It's like Watergate.
Like before you go to have a congressional hearing the next day, the shit shuts down and they're like, let's shred the fucking documents. Let's get rid of the evidence before the fucking hearing.
Anything that said that our algorithm was kind of, was helping to promote hate and divisiveness.
Let's just get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
Just shut it down for 6 hours.
What was it you were
right?
referring to, like what they've done? And kind of like, what have they done? What
we just talked. One of them was the Hunter Biden story.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got lost. And welcome to all the people joining in. And yes, here are the places that are people are worried about getting shut down. This is where a large portion of the conservative base has been flocking to. Locals, Odyssey, BitChute. I just want to say bitch. Gab, Telegram, Rumble, as we know, and we've seen this happen to our own friends and fans. And I am considering leaving Facebook, but I'm too much of an attention whore to do it.
I love the people that are always like, yeah, I'm leaving Facebook, and they make like a big post about it, like, yeah, I'm out of here, and then they shut their page down, and like, the next day they're like back on there and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the people that have been applauding that 6-hour shutdown. One in particular, society could have been this, and they show like a futuristic utopia, and then they spend the next 16 hours posting 1 minute after the other. Come on, people, get your fucking priorities straight. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Come on now.
But it is those same people who would rather you not have it because they can't control themselves, though.
That sounds.
It's the same type of people who, like, if I got something, you need to get something. There's there's this no accountability or self-control or lack thereof.
My social media, my choice, Josh. My social media, my choice.
My social media, my choice, man. You're encroaching on my social media safe space, bro.
I'm gonna tattoo that on the back of my ass. Yeah.
Back of your what?
My ass.
Your ass.
That reminded me of walking into the anti-abortioners when I was going to the Indian food place.
I want you to bring that person on, but I also want to.
Been doing it for 25 years. Protesting abortion, 25 years.
I drove around the corner when he was like walking. I was meeting him there, and like when he was over there, I drove around the corner of those protesters, and I rolled down the window. I was like, "Hey, fuck you, motherfucker!"
I went there to champion civility and discourse. I kept it very cordial, as did the lady and one of her other followers. You got some people honking their horns like, "Yay for abortion," and other people like, "Bitch, my body, my choice." And I gave one of them a thumbs up because she was hot too, and I was like, "Word, your body is my choice too."
Well, speaking of liberties,
I like liberty,
if I may, and not to get on this conversation too long because we do have some funny weird news. We do have a stuck in the middle of segment with the Sonic manager. This right here, Dr. Anthony Fauci. I know, more COVID stuff.
Fauci
came out and said, "Go fuck yourself."
No, not my baby boy. Look at that baby Gerbu graduate.
Your baby boy came out and said, "Go fuck your civil liberties." When
like
it comes
an
to
Cabbage Patch Kid, man. Come on.
He's just the worst.
I want to pinch his cheeks.
I just don't like him. His science is fine. I am not a fan of him.
A nice Jewish boy.
Well, I don't know. I look like a fucking. I don't know.
What people have to appreciate that indeed you do have personal liberties for yourself and you should be in control of that. But you are a member of society. And as a member of society, reaping all the benefits of being a member of society, you have a responsibility to society. And I think each of us, particularly in the context of a pandemic that's killing millions of people, you have got to look at it and say there comes a time when you do have to give up what you consider your individual right of making your own decision for the greater good of society. There's no doubt that that's the case. And, I think when people realize, well, it's my body. If I get infected, I don't really care because I'm a young person and and they're correct. That's the point. They're correct.
Okay.
It is likely if I'm a young, healthy person that I'm not going to have a serious outcome. But what sometimes gets blocked with blinders is that you could get infected, get no symptoms or mild symptoms, and inadvertently and innocently pass it on to someone else that will kill them.
So, even though Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine effectiveness drops 6 months after you get it, drops from 88% to 47%, you motherfuckers are the problem.
You young, healthy people that more than likely are going to be more than fine. But
you said it.
Young, healthy folks, I know you have the blinders on because you're young and healthy, but I'm going to step on my dick right now. That's what he just fucking said.
I thought I heard that Israel is like mandated the third booster, or the third shot, or
mandated,
not mandated for everybody. Like you have to get
I know they were doing really bad with the vaccinations.
You're not fully vaccinated in Israel at 2 shots anymore. You have to get the third one to be fully vaccinated now. As far as
you got to pull that up.
That's a weird juxtaposition.
Because they were saying the otherwise not too long ago about you don't take the.
The last episode we were on together is when we reported that exactly.
Right.
Where they were saying, don't take the
it's so, you still have to be careful with it. It's not as effective as it's being made out to be, stuff like that.
Yeah, having the source material helps.
That's what Israel was saying.
As I recall.
Continuing with the whole Fauci vibe, I want you to listen to this one and enjoy this one. And tell me.
Just a short time ago, I asked Dr. Fauci about the president's sweeping
what sounds off about this.
Okay. All right.
There are a number of people, for one reason or other, who just do not want to comply and get vaccinated.
You got any donuts?
I'd go for some donuts.
What's your favorite donut?
The French twisty one. What do you call them?
The French cruller.
The curler.
Cruller. It's like CRUELLER.
In New York, we call it the French fucking twisty one, Josh.
I love the donut that doesn't have the hole out, but it has the whipped cream in the middle, not that fucking.
That's sacrilegious, you motherfucker.
No, it's not.
A donut with no hole.
What are you
Next
talking
thing
about?
you're talking
That's
about.
a fucking pastry donut.
You're gonna fucking say we should have cereal with no fucking milk.
You're the type of guy who throws out donut holes, ain't you?
What's next, man? A taco with lettuce instead of a fucking tortilla?
Don't you get fucking nasty with me.
Don't you make fun of healthy motherfuckers now, okay?
You young, healthy motherfuckers over here. All right, go ahead.
How do we get off on donuts?
He said donut. He went all donut on us.
The fucking national health guy's talking about donuts?
Yeah, he's sitting there like, donuts.
A number of people, for one reason or other, who just do not want to.
Yeah, what's your favorite donut?
The French cruller, motherfucker.
I like the ones that are all.
Don't do it again. I swear to God, I'll karate chop you.
I like the whipped cream in the middle.
God damn, who doesn't like it?
And get vaccinated. We've got to get them vaccinated.
Listen.
And hopefully they will do it willingly. If not, there will have to be things that will essentially put pressure on them, such as you're not going to work in this particular agency or institution. You're not going to be able to go to this college or this university unless, in fact, you get vaccinated.
Now,
and I believe that once we start doing that, you will see more and more people willingly get vaccinated.
Los Angeles schools are talking about requiring vaccines for children 12.
How is that willingly?
A model you think would be useful?
Once we put the pressure on them, they'll choose the right way, because if they don't, they have no life.
Yeah, we'll take away all the things they like.
It's not willingly anymore.
We'll remove their livelihood. We'll apply the pressure. So yeah, that's a weird way to say willingly. Yeah.
What a dickhead.
I willingly got my fucking surgery on my lungs when I was younger. Perhaps, just, god damn it. Fauci, you step on your dick a lot.
You willingly got a colonoscopy with no anesthesia.
Doctor says I need a bacchiotomy.
Doctor, bacchiotomy. Well, now you have the NBA, kind of following Fauci's vibe, and they are not going to be paying any unvaxxed players. So any
I heard about this.
Any player that can't make it, who misses a game this season, any player who elects not to comply with local vaccination mandates will not be paid for games that he misses. And they said he because it's a man's sport. Sorry.
I heard Tucker Carlson stands in solidarity with them.
Ew.
All right, I got to point out the irony here. Mr. Ted Cruz, he also stands in solidarity with the NBA boys because he says, and I quote, "My body, my choice." Well, Ted Cruz,
what did we laugh at him for?
Texas, you support the Texas bill. Yeah. Don't get me started on that.
We just as we call other people hypocrites.
Thank you.
For saying my body, my choice on one thing but not the other, we will call Ted Cruz a hypocrite for saying my body, my choice, and then not applying it to the other part where it's my body, my choice.
Absolutamente.
Ted Cruzing on out of here because it's a little fucking hot.
That reminds me,
you know what I mean?
The anti-abortion leader chick kept bringing up how Alyssa Milano said, "My body, my choice." I don't know where that came from, "My body, my choice." Did Alyssa Milano make that up on the Twitter? It's like, oh my God, lady, bless your heart.
Do we, yeah, Alyssa Milano.
Who cares what Alyssa
Exactly,
Milano
that's what I'm thinking. But this fucking, this 50-year-old lady or however, she looked all right.
These actors should not be like where we're getting our information from. Like the shit like after 9/11 and they're like, we're going to interview Ja Rule and see what Ja Rule thinks about the fucking towers going down. It's like, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule fucking thinks about the goddamn towers?
That's a literal thing that we're referring to. What was the...
do we care to get in depth about Merck?
Just a little bit. Let's tease it a little bit, okay? Because I think it is important.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even got to tease it. We can just kind of like sum it up. Merck is the company,
the manufacturer of ivermectin,
and I think inventor or the full-time manufacturer of ivermectin. I think the guys who won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2015 for ivermectin could be the actual inventors, but nonetheless, Merck is the one who, as you said, manufactured it. And not too long ago, there's been...
Everyone was saying, don't fuck with this thing.
Big hullabaloo.
Big ban. Yep, don't fuck with it. And we get it, even though...
even Merck came out and said, you know what?
Yeah,
don't be using it.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. That's not for this. Just chill.
And by the way, Merck is it lost its patent in like the early mid-90s, and it's very, very cheap. It's like $1 or $2 a pill. It's very cheap.
And now we have the first oral ingestible pill to help battle, I think, the virus when you have it. I don't know how it's used for preventative measures.
Yep.
So now
our boys Merck came out with a pill seen as a huge advance and raises the hope of preventing COVID-19 deaths. I thought it wasn't about the deaths.
The only issue I had with this was when I saw them talking about it, I heard something about like the trials were going so good that they stopped them early or some shit. And that was like concerning to me. Like, why would you stop them early?
They want to get their pockets lined as fast as possible.
I hope the rushed vaccine trials made you pause too.
They made me pause. Clearly, I'm still stuck.
But
I mean, they were. It usually takes a
warp speed and all that, but I don't want to jump back.
They warp speeded. That's one thing I didn't like Trump for, believe it or not.
I mean, at the time, the pressure was there. Who's going to be the first to get it? But so this is the company that said, don't even use our medication for it because it might not work. So let us put out the next variant, and it's this pill, $700 a fucking pop.
But as Cranston said, in phase 3 trial, Merck shares were up more than 9%, and they were so strong that the study stopped early at the recommendation of outside monitors. So just as I was telling Eli earlier, like this is another thing too, like where it's like, how do we know this is going to be safe and effective? It's something brand new. It's something rushed. So, everything should be careful, but studies are coming out. What's more interesting is the idea that they said, hey, don't take our drug now. Now you have the U.S. government poised to buy 1.7 million doses of, what's it called? Molnupiravir, whatever it's called. 1.7 million doses at $700 a dose.
Two comments that I want to read, one on top of the other, and $700 a fucking dose. They're gonna go
as
all the way to the fucking bank.
$1 or $2.
Ivermectin, where
you makes you think.
So, all right, Indy, we are of one mind with this comment alone. Merck, which is this company, is just a way to use ivermectin in a patented form. Ka-ching. One comment, of course, to you, because, we missed this, right? All right, Josh might not know that a COVID vaccine has been studied for over a decade, I think. Lindsay, our best friend.
Well, coronavirus, yeah.
Yeah.
Not COVID-19.
Yeah, I was not aware.
That would raise some questions that COVID-19 was studied for over a decade.
it was for SARS-CoV-1, where that's SARS-CoV-2.
SARS, yeah.
But the thing is if everything in the
it's
vaccine...
different, yeah.
It is, right?
The only thing that's different, though, is like the spike protein, so...
It's kind of misleading to say that this was studied for 10 years, though.
Yeah, this specific...
It's truthful, but you also need to add... but to it,
like this specific
but it's not
variant.
Yeah, you're acting as if like that statement with somebody else who was just going through would kind of see that as, oh no, this was studied for 10 years, not knowing that it's a coronavirus is maybe they're all like it was studied at one point.
But it's more like saying if the formulation itself was fine for 10 years, there's no reason to think that it shouldn't be fine unless the spike protein from SARS-2 did something different than SARS-1, which
kind of like the study of natural immunities.
Oh, I'm all for natural immunity.
Yeah, but unfortunately, natural immunities aren't in our mandates and stuff like that, and are not be considered.
I agree,
a lot.
and I've agreed with you about that.
There's a lot of people who don't. There's a lot of people who don't agree about natural immunities. Like even though Pfizer just came out and said that theirs works for about 6 months, you got the Project Veritas video that just came out with Pfizer scientists who said that you're much better off with a natural immunity over which is crazy.
But there's no money in natural immunity, and that's the fucking problem.
Correct.
We're unified on that. No stuck in the middle there.
Yeah, we are literally not stuck in the middle on that.
Gene therapy, is that where the antibody studies would be falling under?
That's where
I don't know, so I don't want to say for sure.
I'm not a smart man. I'm not sure about gene therapy.
I'm not a smart man.
I'm not. I know there are some out there who are like, listen, I'm not about anti-vaccine. I'm more about anti-gene therapy. I'm not. I don't know much about that to really comment on.
And an open question that I think is just as valid by the lovely Indy. So spike proteins being mass-produced by your body hasn't been studied at all until now.
Right, that's natural immunity,
Yeah, right. It is a wonder why. Because there's no money in it.
Whoa, no, spike protein. That's what we add to make it effective for humans, correct?
The spike protein is like when you see
that's like gain of function stuff.
When you see the the picture of they show the virus particle and it's got the little it's round and it's got the little branches stick. The spike protein is like the little branches off the edge.
That's added. That's through gain of function style.
The virus is inside the ball, but the spike protein is like on the outside. So when you put the spike protein in with that vaccine, your body recognizes that it's foreign and starts the immune response, but it doesn't have the part of the virus that is like
as far as I know about the COVID though is like the spike protein wasn't a natural thing though.
That I wouldn't know.
This is what they're talking about. That's where the whole gain of function research comes into play with the whole.
That comment was secondary to mRNA can reproduce in your body whatever they program it to. In this case, it's the spike protein.
See, I would totally disagree. I would totally disagree with that. What the research that I've done has showed is that the mRNA actually is out of your body within like 2 days at most. You either excrete it out or it gets absorbed like a normal protein, but usually you would just excrete it out, so you will piss or shit it out and it's gone.
Okay, I don't know enough to comment, but I'm just sharing.
Interesting.
Okay. If anything, what I always hope that endures in the spirit of Stuck in the Middle is you hear something that challenges you to go look into it. So I know I'll be doing some research tonight while I get drunk.
While I get wasted. It's so overwhelming all the time. There's always something new coming out about, the COVID and this or that. And
so and what's crazy to me is like how some people still react like, oh my God, new information. But they're always like, no, just remember how we were when it first started. Be panicked and just do what you're told at all times, even though everything's changed so much exponentially. But all right, I don't want to break that fucking egg again.
I mean, just like stuff like this, Twitter censored some lady's obituary.
On a fucking obituary, bro.
They censored her obituary of a mother whose family said she died of complications induced by shmur vaccine.
Verified 100% fucking true.
Yeah.
So this is fuel to the fire of all the skeptics out there that think there's some cover-up-ish going on. Here is Twitter literally censoring a fucking obituary.
An obituary in Oregon Live detailed how Jessica Berg Wilson, an exceptionally healthy and vibrant 37-year-old young mother with no underlying health conditions, pretty on the nose, died from the shmur.
Yeah, blood clots from that
induced
needle.
by thrombocytopenia. Fuck if I know.
Thrombocytopenia.
Fucking like a penis or something.
I fucked her in Colombia.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. And Twitter was like, hold up. It led to a page that said this was misleading. Nobody could comment, post, or share on it. And it led to a page that said why health officials considered it actually to be safe.
And now we have a whistleblower that's making the argument that we need more of this?
We need more of that.
Yeah, please silence all the truth if it goes against any narrative, even if there's fucking credibility to it.
Imagine if they got as far as pressuring your internet service provider. Like they started pressuring Comcast. They started pressuring
it wouldn't take
AT&T.
much of these places, man.
I mean, they're right there. My only hopes are some of the, and it's kind of odd because I'm with you guys normally on the idea, but my only hopes are they're so rich that they're completely against this progressive tax the rich idea that they're going to like, yeah, we'll play your game. Fuck you behind the scenes. That's my only hope is that they're so rich that they can literally
that they'll maybe not be as concerned with the
and just tell the people that they're pretending to be on their side with like I don't want them taking my money away, so like they have a concern themselves, like they have skin in the game kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's a very selfish thing to think, but that's like I'm like fuck, I hope they're not all like this hardcore leftist progressive mindset that just wants to cancel everything and make everything just fucking boring.
If anything, if there's anything I would like to see removed from the social media sphere is this the way of canceling things because you don't like it.
For sure.
I'd like to see the responses. What has been very telling and fracturing for my brain is seeing, and we've spoken about this plenty, the people that are usually against, I guess, the private sector getting so grossly wealth that they're like, no, but they have a right to choose. It's wild to see. Like all of a sudden you're simping for the big pharma or big social media. Like, whoa, guys.
Well, and
what side am I on?
In favor of a lot of the progressives too, they're waking up and seeing some of the Democrats that they voted for aren't doing what they thought they were going to do. And it seems like it happens every 4 years. A young progressive votes for a Democrat because they promised them the world, and then slowly but surely they don't do it. You have Cinema, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She's fallen into the bathroom. She was harassed on a plane, and it's just like, maybe you shouldn't be making promises you can't keep.
I mean, yeah, you could demonize the people that are literally your constituents that you made fucking promises to. You could demonize them as an angry mob, but you also completely lied to them.
Unfortunately, as Joe Biden said, like that's just the name of the game. People like that, like he made a joke, like, well, you know who that doesn't have to, who that doesn't happen to? People who have Secret Service. They don't get harassed like that.
Whoa.
He's like, that's just the name of the game, and then he moved on to a next question, and like he's kind of right. These people voted you in, and as weird as the one lady made it sound in the bathroom, like we voted you in and we have the power to take you out, like. I'm just trying to take a shit, man. Like, what do you mean? But she's kind of right. Next election cycle, if we all think everything's on the up and up with the elections, which I think most of us here do, and nobody likes you, the good majority of people don't like you, you're the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Remember when it was that, Jeff Flake or whatever, and they kept like harassing him? I think it might have been the Kavanaugh hearings or something. They kept like harassing him in the lobby, and then he went back in there and like changed his fucking mind, and he's like, you know what? After talking to these people in the hallway, like I'm gonna change my fucking vote or whatever. I remember.
Oh no, damn, I don't.
Yeah, I remember it back in the day. I mean, it might have been the Kavanaugh hearing is what I want to say it was, but he was not running for election.
Jeff Flake
again anyway.
flaked, you're saying?
He wasn't coming back anyway. He knew he wasn't running again. I think that might have even been the seat that this cinema ended up taking, but I could be mixed up.
I want to share a brief comment of something that happened just today at the dinner table, where I had told, I shared with my father that I am okay. And listen, people, I know this is not a popular opinion, but this is mine to die on. I shared with my dad, I am not that angry at the people that did what they did on January 6th during the insurrection, and that I liked when I learned that the Nancy Pelosi's house was fucking, what was it? They fucked with her house and they fucked with Mitch McConnell's. And he's like, wait, what? And I got a little extreme. I said, I like the idea of our leaders recognizing that we are the people and that they work for us. And if fear is the only way to get to them, I'm okay with that too. Then I got a little hyperbolic and I was like, I wouldn't mind if they got thrown in the midst of an angry mob. I like the French Revolution.
So I just checked it and that was Cinema's seat. Cinema took over for Flake.
Shit.
Yeah, how about that?
I want to reframe that just a little bit so it's not so negative. Like
I like it where it's at for me.
Can you say it one more time?
I do not mind at this point feeling so fucked over by our establishment if our elected officials start to fear us a little bit again, because they're raping us all the way to the fucking bank.
What about instead of fearing us, they realize that they aren't untouchable?
Yeah.
There you as
go.
opposed to being feared by the people, they realize, oh shit, we aren't this, infallible, untouchable as we, politics isn't this like, ooh.
It just seems like they're so far up and corrupt and elite that they are untouchable. So to me,
that's bad. It's bad when they seem like they're above us.
Right. I hate that and how I feel like they look down on us. And then I see them do their whole, like, the Democrats wearing the Kwanzaa shirts and shit, the pandering. It makes me sick to my stomach. So when I heard, what is the term when your shit gets, it's not validated, what is it? Vandalized. I was applauding the people that did what they put a fucking pig's head on her front door, on her garage. I was like, yes! And they did the same to Mitch McConnell's home. Fuck yeah!
I think I was mixed on it.
People on the left and the right were like, that's a bit much. I'm like, nope, not enough. And then when the 6th happened, the people that expected me to be like, fucking terrible, terrorism, I was like, nah, this is beautiful.
You kept her consistent. I mean, most of those people just walked in.
I'd rather see term limits, but like if we can't get term limits for Congress, and that's the only way you can shake them up, then
I'm getting to that point where I just fail to see how the constituents, us, can have our representatives actually do shit that they promise us, or even like live amongst us. I don't even, and then just look up, I don't want to get too deep in this, Project Pandora or the Pandora, just like there was the Panama Papers. By the way, the journalist that broke the Panama Papers story, her car was blown up and she was killed in 2017. We have the elite, the religious, and the celebrities all having offshore accounts not being taxed.
Real quick, I just don't like it. Fuck, I lost it. I was trying
You tried to hold it.
I was trying to, man.
I had to get, that was all just a big dump. I had to get
Can you say it again?
Which part? The Pandora?
Yeah, before you went off on a different topic of the Pandora stuff.
Just our constituents, our representatives, our elected officials, just not representing us. We are a constituency that it feels like we don't really have representation. And I don't mind that they feel less untouchable.
I think it's, I don't like the look of it because it's like a mirror to how we feel. And I know we're frustrated, but when you see people resort to extreme violence, and it's just a mirror, it could be called for, but it's just like, man, we're not in a good place if that's how we're resorting to with our politicians, like that aggressively, that violently. And I just, the hippie, the optimistic me would like to see it a little less angry, but maybe that's not the time we are in right now. But it really does reflect on us
where we're at,
how we respond, and where we're at, and
our collective frustration.
It doesn't make it right.
No, I won't say it's
our response just because of what they do and made us respond.
It feels righteous, but I know it's not right. But I'm telling you, man.
I don't know if it feels righteous to me.
FBI, CIA, let's call this alleged. Don't take me away.
You got Gus, right? Gus is your FBI guy?
There's some guys with the suit.
I got Brett.
Looking for
if I saw Nancy Pelosi getting fucking like jawed right now and I could do something about it, I would I'd laugh. I wouldn't help the bitch.
Get out your phone and...
There you go. And I'd be like, next time, stuck in the middle, motherfucker. Look what I got.
I know exactly what you would do. You would get on your phone, you would start streaming live on fucking Facebook, and you would be like, it's Eli here with Stuck in the Middle. I got Nancy Pelosi over there.
I got Mama Bear. Mama Bear's down. Mama Bear's down. Her teeth are on the floor. I didn't do it, I swear.
I'd help the old hag. I'd help her. I wouldn't want to see her get beat up. I wouldn't want to see Bernie get beat up. I wouldn't want to see AOC get beat up. I wouldn't want to see any of our politicians get beat up, because as soon as that line happens, as soon as people think
you're going Batman code on me? You're going Batman code on me.
As soon as people think that physical intimidation is going to get the job done, and we're already getting close to verbal intimidation,
I'm begging,
the line is very slippery.
What does it show? Like, what is working right now for them to do something? I don't see anything that's serving.
The only thing that's going to happen that comes from this is some type of breakup with the country. And the more we break up, the worse it's going to get. And I'm just saying, I don't know the right answer. I'm just
willing
saying,
to punch a politician. I'll say
it. Why we would never see term limits with Congress, because it would have to get passed by Congress.
Yeah.
And like, why would they go and pass a law that says that they can't get reelected and then they can't keep making money and taking all the bribes and kickbacks and doing what the fuck they want? They're not going to check themselves like that. So who else is left to do it? The Supreme Court is fucking worthless at this point. And what the fuck is the executive order going to do? You can't do it. It's Congress's. No, we're not going to do that to ourselves.
I think people like you and I, like the people who are outraged, those people need to get up and run in government. You know,
be the change you wish to see. Yes.
You never threaten. You never threaten, because you're setting a precedent, and that precedent echoes throughout time, and it only snowballs and gets worse and worse and worse. As hard as it is to not be violent and want to do that, it's only going to be better in the long run. I don't know the right answer, but we have different ways of, you know.
Dude, I respect the shit out of the stance. It's the common sense stance.
Look at what our government is like becoming, though. We have like the Supreme Court. There's no term limits. They're doing pretty much whatever the fuck they want. They're like, they wouldn't hear the fucking Texas thing, which is like, there's no legal doubt that the Texas thing is a fucking constitutional thing that they should have heard. They're not hearing it, but they're going to hear something from Boston, I think it was, where they're
hearing some from Mississippi. The reason why they didn't do the Texas thing was because Mississippi.
This is a different one, though, what I'm talking about.
Not abortion.
No, it's not abortion. There was something in, I think it was Boston, where some kind of Christian group was trying to fly a Christian flag in some government building, and the city of Boston or whatever wouldn't let it fly because separation of church and state.
Good.
The Supreme Court is going to hear that case after they refused to hear the fucking Texas case. So, like, you have these people with no accountability, no term limits, just like Congress. There's no accountability. There's no term limits. They do whatever the fuck they want. You know,
because they have a nice, comfy career.
They're fucking turning into gangsters. Our fucking government, it's their fucking gangsters, man. They're doing this shit to fuck over the country and fuck over people.
This is why I'm willing to say punch a politician.
What happens time and time again is the people who aren't in power do what they can to satisfy the people, and the people who are in power fuck over the people who just got them in power. You know what I mean? Like, so like right now, a lot of people are like, oh, the Democrats blow because they're just doing this and not, you know, like, and it feels like a lot of the Republicans are standing up and fighting this, but, you know, flip the script when the Republicans are in, and there was a lot of, you know, tomfoolery going on. The Democrats were up, and you know,
this
fighting
is the same two-party paradigm that we find ourselves in.
I like paradigm.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned at any time if you get either party in control of all the branches of government. The way the shit is so fucked up right now, I don't care which party it is. I don't want to see either party with their finger on all three fucking branches. There needs to be some fucking check and balance for that, where you can't have that, because once you get one party in control of all three, it's a fucking theocracy.
How long do you think this how long do you think this very conversation has been had about our establishment leaders? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of all the wishful thinking and voting them in just to watch them get fucked over, a la Bernie Sanders. And oh my God, yes, I'll say Trump got fucked over for that last election. I fucking said it. Blah, what do you want to do? At some point, to me, the unreasonable becomes viable. I am not condoning anything you may do. I'm just saying I might go fucking crazy.
And the Bible always becomes unreasonable. Look at it like this. You have two parties. When one party is in power, no matter who they are authoritarian. When the party who isn't in power, they're libertarian. And that's how it goes. Right now, you see the Republicans as this like freedom of speech and you know, cancel culture is not good. And when they were in power a long time ago, they were the ones who were like, yo, you got to be careful what you say, and video games are bad.
Yeah.
And so it's just like anytime it's a bigger. It's what's the opposite of microcosm? It's a
orgasm.
Orgasm. It's not a small example. It's on a larger scale of how people are.
Explosion.
When you give them power, they abuse it. They get drunk on power.
Yep. And the reason why I mentioned, so I want people to look this up, is God damn it, not the Panama Papers. What was it that I just mentioned? The Pandora Papers.
Pandora Papers. Here, I got it.
There's a breaking story about how, there's names being named, how the elite, the establishment, the celebrities, the rich, the famous, the politicians, they're all doing massive offshore banking to evade taxes and using all the loopholes, but they're telling us the working class.
Loopholes?
They're telling us the working class to, always play by the rules, and if you do more than 200 transactions on the internet, the IRS is gonna look into your shit. Meanwhile, Pelosi's made $25 fucking billion, not her husband, so it's okay.
So let me go back to the court for a second. The Supreme Court. You know that we have 7 Roman Catholics on the fucking Supreme Court. Fucking 7. That like the same religion. Like, why are we not seeing a variety of religion in there? Why is it all Roman Catholics? And if you look at what's the biggest growing fucking religious so-called group in the country, it's actually not religious group. It's actually agnostic and atheist.
Yes,
with all these fucking millennials. But they won't put that kind of shit on the court. I just think why it shouldn't be varied. We should have more of a variety, not 7 out of 9 that are all the same fucking religion.
This is a problem with this is just a thing with America, and it's not said, but it's implied. We're a Christian nation. So it doesn't surprise me that we have that on there. Am I a fan of it? Not necessarily. I'm in agreement that it needs to be. If we're not going to separate church and state, because it doesn't seem like we are at some points, then maybe something like that needs to have a little more diversity of religion on there. But in the same sense, I'm not surprised because we are, America's founded on all that bullshit and Christian and, blah, blah, blah. And
we apologize to any demographic that may be offended by some of the words here, but we go off the cuff.
I was born Catholic. I got confirmed. I went through my confirmation. What's the other one? The Holy Communion, baptized. I was all that stuff.
I heard
so
you got snipped when you were 18 years old by choice.
No, I said 18 days ago.
Oh, yeah. God damn it.
Why do you think he was gone all weekend for, man?
I flew out to Mexico. Get my dick cut off.
Got all that smegma released.
You call me Josephine now.
So, Josephine, we got any funny stuff to go over with the peoples?
I mean, bro, it's 11:11. We've gone over.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta tell you, I got so much love for the traction we've had today.
Good.
Do we got something funny for anybody?
Well, I love the people for giving us traction today.
Namaste.
Because it is them who keep us going.
Wait, what was it?
And we love you for that.
You mentioned something. Oh, okay.
I do have the stuck in the middle thing, but I don't know how long that's going to go. It's the Sonic
When
Manager.
you talk about the papers, though, like
I want to do it.
That goes back to what I'm saying about the term limits and the government and all that shit because they're doing that and making money off it.
I know, dude. Actually, I've noticed, and this is a beautiful thing, a unifier I never thought would be a unifier. Which, remember, the Progressive Patriot used to always say, find your unifiers, the dividers are there in abundance. You go out of your way to find the unifiers. Somebody like Brian Lupo, CanCon, somebody that I viewed as being a little further right on the spectrum, is now advocating for term limits, which I always thought was a progressive thing. So that's where something beautiful can start.
Steve Bannon goes for term limits.
Fucking Steve fucking Bannon. So that I pay more attention to the people that I'm told should be my enemy than the people I am supposedly aware are my allies.
We all
That's
have
how I've
this.
operated.
Yeah. We all have this thing where I don't know. We choose to identify, for instance, cannabis conservative. He chooses to identify like that. But there are, listen, cannabis comes before conservative. Yeah. And normally that isn't what you'd associate with conservative, right?
And it broke
Same thing with term limits.
But yeah, absolutely. I was very proud to see him champion that, and there's a lot more support for that notion than the media.
So sometimes you got to tell your own people to shut up.
Yep.
Like, you're wrong about it.
It's not a popular position
I'm with
to take,
you guys, but you're dumb about this one. And that's okay. You don't got to identify as something completely different just because you have two different views of your party. You just tell, no, you guys are wrong about that. Let's get with the fucking times. I'm still a conservative. I'm still here. Just fucking smoke some weed and chill out, man. And let's throw some term limits on a bitch.
Yeah, and listen to some of the reporting. I might have something you might actually find feasible and want to share or challenge your mindset. That's my only gripe with other shows, is that they pander to the audience. They're telling people that already want to hear what they want to hear. We challenge that. We hope we challenge some of you, and we hope and invite you to challenge us.
We try to challenge it. Sometimes we line up.
Sometimes, yeah.
Challenge you to a duel.
So, all right.
Weed should be legal too, by the way.
I want to see this.
Goddamn right.
Can we kind of...
Biden ain't making that happen. Obama didn't make that happen. Bush didn't make that happen. Trump didn't make that happen.
Right.
So, it's obviously there's more at play than government.
Well, it's big pharma lobbyist is what I think.
Which is
I want to take all this money incentive shit out of our elective process. The super PACs, I'm done with them. But
if you're smoking more pot, you're less
speak.
likely to want to get their fucking Tylenol and their fucking bullshit pharmaceuticals, and so they have incentive to lobby to the Congress people to say, don't pass this shit because we don't want to lose a bunch of money.
Not until we tax the fuck out of it.
And remember, there some of the articles coming out about smoking and the C word, COVID. It was helping you prevent some of the things. There's
I thought you were gonna say cunt.
It definitely helps you navigate cunt better.
Somebody was telling me they love our show because we say cunt.
That's awesome. Are they English?
Sure, for the sake of transphobic Sonic Manager. Okay.
We need to go over this. I know we're gonna go a little late today, so hang with us as we go late.
It's a reunion.
But this is important. We ask you all, what do you think? How do you think this manager handles himself? It's about a 5-minute video. So, we'll pause, we'll play, we'll pause, we'll play, we'll have some fun, and we'll get the fuck out of here.
All right.
People
call me a turf, so you know where I stand.
Oh, yeah. So this happened at Sonic not too long ago, you fucking turf. And here we go.
That's fine.
I'll pull...
And why you want to record me?
Because your entire staff has been calling me sir.
Okay, you want to park?
Why don't you tell me what we can do now?
No, because I can do the same thing with you.
Okay, but your entire staff has been calling me sir the entire time.
Okay.
What about me looks like a sir right now?
Ruined my day.
Okay. Can we please move to the side?
No.
And there's like literally the end of the video is the best reveal because she says it again. Like, what about me? She's like, what do you think I look? Just wait to the end, and it's just like the best reveal.
Okay,
ever.
like M. Night Shyamalan-ish?
Yeah,
close,
yeah.
but it tells a bigger picture.
M. Night Shyamalan, who made the movie Airplane.
Okay, it's that kind of twist.
Yeah.
All right, word.
What?
Look, I'm sorry, and I apologize for what happened. Okay, if they did that, or I'm sorry. What else can I tell you?
Watch, that's not gonna be enough.
What else can I tell you?
What?
If you're can we please move to the side?
If I'm a what?
Move to the side?
Now you're trying to get him in a gotcha.
I didn't say anything.
He apologized.
Okay, don't try to put any words in my mouth. Okay.
Okay.
You can't. I got a mask over it.
Okay, look. If they call you a sir, I don't know what they did then.
Because they saw the name on my credit card.
Oh.
And they were not being nice people.
What was the name?
That's all your name on the credit card. What do you want them to tell you?
That has nothing to do with it.
Really?
There could be someone in the back that they don't see. That's paying.
Okay, ma'am.
So why would they intentionally do that? Can you tell me what your location has done to be trans competent? Because clearly they are not.
Ma'am, believe me. Whatever you're saying or whatever you're trying to do with this.
Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to do anything.
Yes, because you're recording.
Right.
No, because...
Okay, you're recording. You want to put it on social media?
No, because I have been faced with discrimination from your staff.
I'm so sorry that you feel discriminated, but I mean, we have employees here.
That what?
That are gay. If you're saying that they are gay, I mean they're here. They're
gay.
So I'm not gay.
Sorry.
I don't say that.
No, he said again.
My
You
gender
bitch.
identity, not my sexuality.
Well, I mean,
she just tried to
say. I mean,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Look,
smack
okay?
a bitch.
Like I tell you, we don't discriminate anybody in here. Okay, I'm so sorry if you feel discriminated.
No. It's not that I feel. It's that I was discriminated against.
Okay, I get your point.
I mean, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I mean, if in your credit card it says the name,
right?
You're the one handing the credit card,
but
correct?
Look at me.
Okay, you're the
right.
one. Okay, I can look at you.
What about me is presenting what you would call masculine right now? If you didn't see the name on my credit card and you were quickly handing me my card back, would you have said something?
What would you like me to do, man?
Seriously.
What would you like me to do? Because eventually you want something. Correct?
I would like you.
He's getting it right now.
Promise me.
Correct?
Part 2.
I would like
on TikTok.
To promise me that you will stop treating trans people this way.
How I'm treating you?
They
I'm
read
treating
the
you
name.
bad? And I'm doing it?
Your staff.
And I'm doing it.
Your staff.
They're not doing that, man.
Yes, they were.
Okay,
I'm a victim.
I mean, your name on the credit card, it's a feminine name?
No.
Exactly. They're not discriminating you.
Yes,
no,
they
not.
are. Because someone else could be paying.
So why are they supposed to guess that?
Card.
I'm sorry. If someone else was sitting here, that was a man, and I handed them that card, they would not have said anything.
Oh, it's coming.
But because I'm alone, they're going to be an asshole.
What?
And discriminate against me and be transphobic.
See? Nobody's transphobic like you're saying.
No,
Nobody
that is what's happening.
No,
give this man a raise.
I'm so sorry.
No. It's actually not how I feel.
Yes, you are.
There's
because
a
you're
difference.
doing this because of that.
That's a big tactic to just keep repeating yourself to make it seem as if it's the case. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, this is a tactic.
Can we set up a GoFundMe for this specific gentleman?
Sonic is literally investigating him.
No. Oh, no.
There's a difference.
You know, because, I mean, like in my sexuality, whatever it is, and I feel confident of who I am.
I'm not
what I am.
talking about sexuality.
You
don't even know what we're talking about. So how can you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about?
Oh, God.
We're talking about gender identity. You're talking about sexuality.
Okay.
There's a difference.
What are you?
What are you?
So I can call you. What are you?
No.
What are you? Just
Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
What does it matter?
You just made a big deal about it.
Why does it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter to you. But to me, I'm a male.
Right. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you? So I can call you a sir or ma'am. What are you?
What would you assume
Outrage.
looking at me?
What you
What are
assume?
you?
What would you assume looking at me?
I assume that you're a man.
Ooh.
There's the reveal.
I'm sorry, dude.
Okay?
Oh, I'm such a turf.
Whatever.
And she drives away. And she drives. I mean, clearly.
So I can call you a sir or ma'am. What are you?
Clearly.
What would you assume looking at me?
Not assume. He's being honest as fuck.
What would you assume looking at me?
I assume that you're a man. Okay?
Okay, sir. Sorry. Yeah, you're a feminine dressed man, but you're, and I'm not transphobic. I'm a turf. Get it right. You know, trans exclusionary radical, blah, blah, blah.
Like,
wow.
Like, it's kind of like this. What would you assume looking at me? It is ma'am.
That was the most effeminate voice I've ever heard. I found myself oddly attracted to you. Wow.
Thank you very much, sexy bitch.
Anytime, miss. Anytime.
Do I sound like a man?
Not at all, baby. No, sweetheart.
I'm not trying to poke fun at her.
I am. All day, every day, baby.
It's just like you're being, to me, you successfully completed your transition. Right now, you are a cunt. You've transitioned. Your goal has been completed. You are officially a cunt. You have a cunt. You act like a cunt. Boom, you're a cunt. And it's just like, man, I'm not mad at you for doing that. I'm mad at you for being a cunt.
You know what? I will give this gentleman his props. You are the most successful transition from man to cunt.
Man, that was a very flawless transition. Pulled off cunt perfectly.
Absolutely. If ever I envisioned cunt, that is what it sounds and looks like. Whoa, that makes me not like cunt as much.
Yeah, I know. I hope cunt doesn't look like that much.
Please don't look like that next cunt.
Let's play one or two video and we get the fuck out of here, huh?
Yeah. Let's get out of Karen's space here.
This one I never got to play following the woke WWE wrestler video.
All right. I saw it on the last ep.
What? This video?
No, not this one.
Oh, the woke. Yes, the woke. Yes. Eli wasn't there, so check out Stuck in the Middle 22 and tell us how bad we did without Eli there, because Brandon was sorely missing Eli.
Yeah, I was proud of them boys.
This one is why people think WWE is real. And oh boy, do I tell you, this looked like it hurts. I don't think there's any audio.
This is where they go to hug, clearly.
Oh no, this is where a fucking body slam happens.
Oh, this is love hugging. Like, this is what... Oh! Oh, the grabbing of the head.
Do you hear the soundtrack?
Yeah. Just like, sounds like me.
Oh man,
dude, that was
reminds me of that martial arts one we watched last week where he kept throwing that kid down.
Oh god, yeah, that poor child. That was crazy.
Just fucking slamming his ass.
Yeah, you get your 4 in. There you go. No spine left. Everybody clap for the kid. Well done.
Let's see. This is how Voice of the People is sometimes.
Oh god, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, this is how people get on Voice of the People at times. Let me see.
Give this kid a medal, please. All right.
Oh, is it gone? Is the video gone? Does it say it's gone?
Oh, there's a red thing there that says sorry.
Sorry, this post was deleted.
It's okay. Mirrors. Is there a mirror? Does it say mirror right here?
It says download one.
Does that say mirror link?
Nah.
Source code is what
it's gone.
It's not gone.
We've taken it away from the people. We've teased you with it. Look, it wants to make you download something.
It's gone.
That's
wait a minute.
That's an advertisement.
It's gone.
For ivermectin.
Wow, what a shit fuck that was.
That's all right. We're going to go out on that. I want to say I have loved coming back, a return to form for the show.
Here, we got one.
Okay, we got something. Saving the day here.
I told you I got a lot of public freakout videos right now today.
NSW or NSFW. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Here's a woman on a rampage, and the rampage gets abruptly ended.
Oh, yeah. Oh my! King Kong! Oh shit! You dumbass!
He dropped her. You saw that?
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about that?
All right, so the first thing I thought of when I heard everybody going, oh, I thought it was like an Italian fucking mob fest.
Right.
Whoa, look at this over here, my food. But she kept asking for it, dude.
She punches dude.
He got one square.
Look, she punches this guy right here.
She goes for the King Kong. This guy's de-escalating.
Boom, punches him.
And then he goes for the quick 1-2. I mean,
that was such a reaction. It wasn't even like intentional. I don't feel like
that's in your genetic code. Like, I'm gonna defend myself now. Like, the button was hit. I'm gonna hit back. No, men do not go out and hit a woman. But if you see a cunt, give her 5.
Yeah, I'll never hit a woman, but I will beat a bitch's ass.
That reminded me of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, like when you're fighting King Hippo or whatever, and you hit him in the belly.
Yeah, ironically, they did not find the weakness in the belly, and she had to go down with the jawline.
Let's do this real quick, and then we get the fuck out of here, because this is the most Florida thing ever. And honestly,
sorry for the lagging and buffering. It's been brief, but
it's so. This is so.
Oh yeah, this is
so Florida.
This is
that when I saw it, I didn't even care about it.
Yeah, that my reaction was like, huh, that's pretty smart.
This dude is badass.
It's a man catching a motherfucking alligator.
Yeah, he's some army guy.
He's an army dude?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Oh, is he really?
I think he's active duty. No, he's not active duty. He's a vet because he's got the beard. He wouldn't have the beard if he was active.
How do you know he's not Taliban?
And he just bum rushes him. Go,
look
go,
at
go.
Look at that. And then, now it doesn't quite get it there. This is like something you would literally see just walking outside your neighbor's house. And he gets the lid to like freak the alligator out. He looks up and then pushes forward. Great execution and form. Definitely an 8 out of 10.
Oh, getting up.
Getting that tail up in there.
Flawless victory.
Abso-positively-lutely.
That was fucking beautiful. Yeah, it does look like we're buffering a little bit. If you missed anything, you're gonna have to listen to the audio version, unless YouTube fixes the buffer.
We're getting too big, man.
As we get back up, I don't know. It's just
remember, sharing is caring. YouTube.com/stuckInTheMiddle. Smash the like button. Let YouTube know in great defiance that you like what we do, and that I like you too, and that I get very emotional sometimes when it's that time of the month.
Aww.
So you know, guys, I love you. This has been beautiful, and it's ma'am.
It's ma'am. Dude,
it doesn't matter it is.
I'm going crazy about the U.S.
Man, 9 years ago today.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the morrow. We're here today, tomorrow, and Thursday. We weren't here Monday, obviously, but yeah, we'll be with you the rest of the week. Anything else,
we
boys?
were here Monday. Some of you guys just missed the show.
Oh yeah. Go and check it out.
Yeah, we love you. Peace.
Bye.
Till next time. Which is next time? When?
Tomorrow.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna be late. See you guys.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's your late day.
Cheese and crackers.